This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Hunter Henry from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Jonathan Stewart, his 20th carry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the give, this is their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Newton gives off to Stewart. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. To throw on second down is Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Melvin Ingram in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. Newton now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Rivers to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
20.
Third down, here's McCaffrey, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And his throw is incomplete. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3-and-out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge third down call coming up.
He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. And partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.